Good evening and welcome back to the Hermits broadcast channel. I'm Rico Bio Jr. alongside Mr. Tom Ramel. Tonight we have our home opener here virtual and it is your Sandy Custom Hermits versus Absegami. And we are starting out with the 120 match for Hermits. JD Chrisman and for Absegami, Tristan Brown.
It's a Chrisman, a freshman for the Hermits. I think you're going to hear that a good amount this year. The Hermits a very strong freshman class coming in this year. I don't say they're a little young this year. Obviously, you have Depaul's the junior up top, and Krauss and Xavier Harvey, obviously very good seniors. But that's you got three seniors, which is Carter Pack, who's sick tonight, so you won't see him wrestle. Xavier Harvey and Ronnie Krauss. Three great seniors, but that's only three of the 14 lineup. I think a lot of the rest of the lineup is going to be some freshmen, sophomores, which should be an exciting future for the Hermits. I've heard a lot about them. Excited to see them get started. I know a couple of them aren't in today. I think Wooten's supposed to be pretty good, and I think he hurt his wrist. There's another couple kids on the Hermits bench who I don't remember if they're freshmen or not. I heard, with the weight acclimation plan, they don't want you just cutting 10 pounds in 2 days, aren't quite ready for their particular weight class. So I don't know if this will be the, lineup today. I don't think it's going to be the same on, February 5th against Kingsway, but it'll be exciting to see some of these new faces out here.
Yeah, and so far a pretty scrappy match here. No points yet with 30 seconds left in the first period of play. Brown and Chrisman are now on the outside of the map. Trying to get something to happen in the last 2 seconds, and that's it for the first period. So far, even matchup here, tied 0-0. We'll go to the second period.
Brown chooses the defensive position to start the second period.
So new rules this year with high school wrestling. First is the near fall point system. First is 2 seconds for 2 points, 3 seconds for 3 points, and 4 seconds for 4 points. And now a takedown at 3 points. It's, as we see Brown get 1 point for an escape. Playing to the outside right now.
All right, ran upstairs for the scoreboard real quick when we go. You didn't touch on the new rules, did you?
I did. It's just in it.
So, yeah, I wonder if that'll change the strategy at all. Are people going to be more aggressive for a takedown? Because now it's 1 full point, more. It's like the 3-point shot in the NBA when everyone's like, all right, why am I going to shoot threes why am I going to shoot twos or mid-range when I can shoot a 3? It's worth more. I wonder if people are going to be a little more aggressive and not just wait for that 1 point assumed escape when you're starting the defensive position. There's the other rule change, too, is only one part of one wrestler needs to be in the circle for the referee to keep going. So it kind of expands the circle a little bit. Right there, kind of like as he was on his 1 foot, he kind of hopped out for 1 second, and they were all out, and he hopped right back in. But because all 4, feet were out of bounds for a second, the referee called it. Ooh.
Weighing the points here.
Oh.
They both go out.
That was nothing, yeah. It looked like he was about to take him down almost for a pin, but, the ref correctly, because it's one of those things where it just looks to the untrained eye, it just looks like, oh, crap, he's going to pin him right there. But he kind of, flipped out of it and almost was able to get the takedown of his own. The ref correctly calling no points there.
Might be something here.
Yeah, he tried to roll him over, but he's going to catch it.
Still waiting for something. And there's 3 for the takedown.
There's the first time of the year. I'm sure it's not going to be the last. Or Coach Ward shouting for 2, not the new 3. He quickly changed himself.
That's it. Second period. Chrisman takes the lead, 3-1 there.
Chrisman chooses the defensive position to start the third period. Chrisman leads 3-1.
First off, Chrisman now in the defensive position to start the third period. Almost getting out of it, and he does get out of it. Escape. 1 point there for Chrisman.
He started both the second and the third in the defensive position.
I think so.
Yeah, I guess Absegami chose the offensive. Maybe he figured, hey, I'm down a couple. I need to, I don't know, try and make a move. Either way, works out for Chrisman. It's that extra point.
It's like a stalemate calling right there.
Stalling warning. Stalling warning, Brown.
Stalling warning on Brown.
Yeah, so one more of those will be an additional point.
Both guys here just trying to get something going with the last minute of the match here.
Yeah, so that's the. And just going to visually, it's going to take me a little bit to get used to, that 3-point not being as nearly as big of a lead as it was. One more takedown from Brown, and it's tied up. Or not one more, but one takedown from Brown, and it's tied up.
They both go out there. Guys trying to get something here. It's like Brown's head came off.
Brown tried to sink down and bring him back in, but he kind of lost his leverage when he did that. And Chrisman able to take advantage of it, get a takedown, and all but shore up this victory for the Hermits. Well, I shouldn't say victory for the Hermits, but this victory in this bout for the Hermits.
And that'll be it for a match. Chrisman wins by decision, 7-1. So the Hermits start out this meet, score 3-0. Now her match is the 126 division for our Hermits. We have Robbie Meyer, and for Absegami, they have Rafael Perez.
Yeah, so Meyer's been in the program for a couple years. I know it's going to be a battle in those couple weight classes. The 113, 120, 126. I mean, really the whole lineup to be able to stay in it. But now he's got that starting spot. Let's see if he can make the most of it here for the Hermits starting on day one.
Probably looking scrappy as they go, but
yeah, good move by Robbie there. Just ran out of room. Have to keep applying the same pressure.
Both guys looking for something here. Already a minute into the first period. If they both go out.
Yeah, same thing. Looks like Robbie's trying to kind of pick him up. Pick him up, throw him down, get the 3 points, but he just seems to run out of space when he kind of lifts lifts Estrada's legs off the ground.
Meyer got his legs, and he's staying in.
It's close, so he's just got to keep 1 point of contact in the circle.
Meyer trying to get
there
something.
He goes.
And he gets the 3 on the takedown.
Takedown, Meyer.
There he goes. He's got to be careful here because it's not like fully secured. You don't want to just flip around for a reverse. That's the one thing is you can kind of see they're like right at the edge of the mat. So like a lot of these high school mats were built where you had to have 2 points of contact in the circle, and I mean, you got plenty of space on the left and the right, but it seems like as you get to this, side over here right by us at the bottom of your screen, it seems like, if only one guy has 1 point of contact in it, you can be pretty close to the hardwood.
So that'll be the end of the first period. Meyer up 3-0.
Meyer chooses
Perez.
defensive position to start the second period. Meyer leads 3-0.
Meyer going to start out in the defensive here. Meyer trying to get out of it. Perez holding on to the grip, and they both go out. Meyer now staying up fully to get the grip off.
Stalling warning, Estrada Perez.
Stalling warning on Perez here. And it looks like
Escape Meyer.
Meyer gets the point for the escape. Meyer now at 4-0. Meyer's looking for a takedown here, and he gets the 3 for the takedown. Meyer now trying to get the points or the near pin here. Perez batting up, and they both go off the mat. .34 seconds left here in the second period. Perez now in defensive position.
Three-point near fall, Meyer.
And Meyer gets 3 points for a near fall. And Meyer will get the pin on Perez here.
Yeah, so just before the second period ends, he's able to get the pin, get all 6 points. It looks like he was headed towards a tech fall anyway, but good job there by Robbie to get all 6 points for the Hermits.
So Hermits now up 9-0.
Yeah, you're good. I appreciate the thought, though.
Up now is
Cafarelli. Receiving us is Depaul.
132 pound. For Hermits, they have Dante Depaul out there. And his brother.
So this is the part of the match I was kind of excited to see because you're going to Dante Depaul, who's I've heard is. I've heard it's hard to be as good as Ant, you know what I mean? But I've heard he's, on that level. It's like, don't look down like, hey, it's the younger brother. Like, Dante's pretty darn good. Then you have Adrian Arbello, who was the freshman last year, who won districts, I believe. I don't see his name up there for whatever reason. Districts, he wasn't able to win in regions. But Adrian's a great sophomore. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Johnny Cherico at 150, who's another freshman who beat out Luke Bennett, who had a pretty good year last year as a freshman for the Hermits. So, the rest of the offs, who knows how that'll, shake out in the coming weeks. But Cherico seems pretty good. Luke Ward, Coach Coach Ward's son at 157. So it's kind of like a lot of new faces right in there where you go, Depaul, Arbello, Anthony Depaul, Cherico, Luke Ward, and then you go into maybe some, more known qualities. But, yeah, like I said, even the rest of the lineup. Like Harvey's a known quantity as a senior. Same thing with Krauss. But as you go down, I know Mark Herzer might be one of those other guys who are, fighting for a spot, got the starting job right here. Joey Brennan, same thing. It'll be exciting to see him get his first varsity match. He's only been wrestling for a few weeks. And then Braden Shields, the heavyweight, another freshman. And I've heard, pretty good things about him, too. Like, it's not easy to go in as a freshman to the heavyweight class because a lot of them are, grown men. And I heard at the Southern tournament, he really held his own. Wrestled 5 matches, 6 matches, whatever it was. You got to, keep winning to wrestle that many. So I'm excited to see, like I said, a lot of the new faces. I think a lot of them will be pretty good for the Hermits here. Ooh.
And Depaul there, he gets a takedown. Depaul, a 6-1 against Cafarelli. Depaul now just can't let him escape for the next 5 seconds for the end of the first period. And that is it for the first period. Depaul up 6-1 against Cafarelli.
Cafarelli chooses the defensive position to start the second period. Depaul leads 6-1.
Ben Cafarelli is going to be in defensive position here. Paul doing a good job not letting him out here. But Cafarelli on his feet now, and he will get out for the escape point. 6-2. Put guys in the clinch right now. He's trying to get something. It's like Paul's trying to keep him down as they both go out here. Ball has the legs. Trying to get a takedown here.
It's close, but I think it's coming. As long as he doesn't scoot himself out of the air, it is.
Yeah, he gets a takedown for 3. That's Ben Cafarelli trying to get out of here. And that'll be the end of the second period. Depaul up 9-2.
Depaul chooses the defensive position to start.
Yeah, so Depaul pretty in control, just giving up those 2 escape points.
Pulling out the defense here. Cafarelli doing a good job here, letting the ball out, but this ball finds a way to get out of there. Trying to get the reversal points here. Still nothing yet.
Yeah, why go for just the 1 escape when you can get the 2 reversal?
And he will get the 2 reversal. Depaul here doing a good job. Not letting Cafarelli up. And let him get another escape point with the last 30 seconds.
And he's up 9, so is it 8 and above or 9? Yeah, it's 8 and above or 7 above. I can't remember for the bonus point for a.
It's 8.
8, yeah. So right now he's up 9. If he gives up the escape, he's still up 8, so he can afford to be aggressive and still get those, bonus points. Because like we say, as much as does one individual, match or bout in this match matter a ton? No. Like the Hermits are probably going to come away with a convincing victory here tonight. But every match matters for every kid because when you go on the criteria and seeding and districts and stuff like that, every win's a win. You know what I mean? Every win helps you get a little bit higher in that bracket. And every, major victory as opposed to just a regular victory helps you with all that stuff.
So Hermits and Dante Depaul get the win. And now up is the 138 division.
At 138
The Hermits.
Absegami Maxwell
Sophomore Adrian Arbello. And for Absegami, Maxwell Waters.
Like I said, I don't know quite enough about a lot of the Absegami guys or some of the newer ones. I mean, Absegami was a dominant force in like the 90s and 2000s, early, right before the 2010s in wrestling. They're not quite where they were, but they're still a very good program. Like, Hermits are routinely going to be 1, 2, or 3 in South Jersey. It's going to be, the last decade it's been us, Kingsway, Delsey, maybe sprinkle in a West Deptford or Clearview, depending upon the year. But Absegami still got some good wrestlers in there. Even if they're not like up in those top 3 or top 4 South Jersey, Paulsboro too. But I think Paulsboro hasn't wanted to wrestle us in a while. But Absegami still has some good quality wrestlers, even if they don't have all 14 like one of the top teams might. So you're going to get a pretty good match. Even you may look at the score and be like, oh wow, the Hermits really wrestled well today, which they might. But Gami's going to give you a pretty good match in some of these bouts.
Mr. Arbello here. Again, the takedowns of 12-3. And I think Walter's get out of here. I think it's a good strategy. He's building up the takedowns. He's getting the 3 points over and over again here.
Yeah, I think like that's when you got somebody outmatched too. It's like they want to get their work in. Instead of just getting them down, trying to go right for the pin, whether A, you want to get your work in, or B, you're just like, hey, this is the way I can score. Take him down, let him up. Take him down, let him up.
It looks like he will get the pin here.
Good win there for Arbello. He got some work in, got the pin, all 6 points for the Hermits. And when you really know someone's good is when someone's doing that at like districts or regions. I think it was like a Van Brill from Delsey or Kingsway a couple years ago. Just like he was doing that in like a region semifinal. I'm like, all right, this kid's pretty good.
Now it's 144 division. Anthony Depaul for the Hermits and Brendan Ross.
Depaul looking kind of wicked right now with his bruised eye. I don't know what happened to him up at Southern, the individual tour. He was able to get the win. He took home first place in the tournament hosted by Southern. So it was a good job there from Ant, but obviously took a little bit of a beating, it looks like.
Paul here is takedown. He gets a takedown. I was talking to Ant before the match. I was trying to ask him about it. He doesn't even know what happened, but I said, hey, it looks cool. You got the win out of it.
Yeah, it just happened at some point.
Depaul gets another takedown here.
Escape, Ross.
And Ross gets the escape as they both go out.
Takedown, Depaul.
Depaul here gets a takedown. Ross gets the escape. As we were talking about before, with the last match, like Depaul and Arbello are getting the takedowns. They're getting the 3 points. They're looking for the tech fall here.
2 point near fall, Depaul.
As Depaul gets a 2 point near fall for the Hermits, 14-3 right now.
Escape, Ross.
Ross gets the escape. And Depaul gets another takedown here.
Yeah, it's already up. 17-4. Yeah, I mean, Depaul's building off a monster season last year. I was kind of looking at the board, and I might not be exactly right because I'm just going by years on there. It doesn't tell you exactly what grade someone might have not placed as a senior or whatever. But Depaul's tied for the second best season as a sophomore ever. And
he gets a takedown and a tack fall.
But he had the second best season ever as a sophomore, tied. So he finished 5th in the state. Richie Grungo also finished 5th in the state as a sophomore. And I know there was some COVID stuff where, maybe some other guys with that chance. But outside of them, the only person to finish higher was Bob Malatesta, who won a state championship back in the 80s for the Hermits, finished 4th as a sophomore. So great job there by Depaul in his sophomore year. He's really looking to build on it come here in his junior year.
Now, it's 150 division. For Hermits, Johnny Cherico, and for Absegami, Johnny Font.
Yeah, so Cherico, a lot of these guys are dual sport athletes. Plays football for the Hermits. Might have a shot at getting some carries next year, too, at running back. I mean, I know we lose a lot of carries with Turney graduating. Coney's going to get a lot of them. But I think Cherico, you might even see him on the field, too. And for him to, win a wrestle off in these middle weights for the Hermits, shows he's a pretty darn good wrestler, too.
Escape Font.
So Cherico there. I get the takedown.
Ooh, got close to the pin.
They're getting there. His third takedown.
Looks like he's going to let him up.
It's 2-point near fall. And the escape for Font here. Already about a minute through this first period.
Takedown, Cherico.
Looks like a weird position. There it is. That's one of the things is, to the untrained eye, you're like, how the heck is that a takedown? But he had, all the points of contact, and then when he finally turns his arm over, you're like, okay, that looks more normal to me. But it was like an odd takedown for about a minute.
There's a huge. He'll let him up.
He's got a chance here if he can pull his. I was gonna say pull his leg out and kind of wrap his back around, but not quite able to get there. Gets the takedown, but I thought he was gonna have a chance for a near fall or even a pin. Oh, well, there you go. Keep your foot in, though. Got to keep your foot in.
And that's the end of the first. Cherico up 14-3 right now.
4-point near fall.
4-point near fall.
It's a tech fall.
First period, first period tech fall is pretty good. That's a pretty good dual match debut for Cherico.
The Hermits now 29-0.
Now comes Luke Ward. We said Coach Ward's son.
At 157 pounds.
Older brother to Tyler didn't wrestle, but it was a great student here. Did a lot of different things at the prep. And then before him, his older brother Billy, Coach Ward's oldest son, was a wrestler at Buna when he was coaching there back in the day, and he was an excellent wrestler there. District winner. He's actually on the bench right next to Coach Ward. If you see them both yelling at a ref at the same time, you can tell that they're father-son. But I did hear that this is going to be one of the toughest matches of the day as Luke gets taken down.
Ward trying to get up here.
I'm looking on NJ.com for Font. Doesn't look like a ton of results from the last couple of years. I wonder if he was, or for last, it looks like he's a sophomore, but I think he's pretty darn good from what I've heard. So I don't know if it was injury. Maybe NJ.com's just not fully, added in. But when I asked them before the match, I said, who's going to have the toughest, matchup today? They did say Ward. So Font's a pretty good wrestler.
There's 2 point near fall from Sterling. Ward trying to get out of there, almost out. Starting here, just trying to keep Ward down for less 5 seconds. And that is it for the first period. Sterling of 5-0 against Ward.
Sterling defers. Ward chooses the defensive position to start the second period. Sterling leads 5-0.
Ward here, defensive, and he gets out of there. It's an escape point.
He's got him at the near fall, almost at the pin. A minute and a half is a long time. It's going to be tough for him to kick out of this one. Well, he's trying to flip it and roll.
Almost out of it.
I mean, he's giving it all his effort right now, but he's got him in a pretty good spot. Yeah. When he's got you like that, and there's a long time on the clock, like it's a lot of energy to try and stay off from getting pinned there. But Absegami with their first points of the day. That'll be 29-6.
Up now, it's 165.
At 165
Harvey.
pounds for Absegami, Carlos
They have Xavier Harvey,
for St. Augustine,
for Absegami,
Xavier Harvey.
Carlos Puente. Look, that's here looking scrappy. Trying to get something out of it. Harvey here trying to get a takedown, and he gets free on the takedown. Harvey.
Yeah,
Over here.
Harvey was the District 32 champion at 144 pounds last year. So going up a couple weight classes, or at least today. Like I said, sometimes they're wrestling a little heavier depending on dual matches. He could cut down, trying for individuals, but he ain't cutting down that far. But so he's at least not at 144 this year.
4-point near fall, Harvey.
Harvey gets a 4-point near fall.
Yeah, we're going to have our scoreboard software updated. See, you got the +3, you don't have the +4. You got to get with the times.
2-point near fall, Harvey.
Harvey there. It's a 2-point for near fall. So he's trying to get the pin here. Ref counting again. Harvey got, and he gets a pin here.
Winner by fall, time 1 minute 57 seconds.
Like I said, Harvey, you know what I mean, pretty darn good wrestler. Takes care of business. On to the next one.
It looks like Herzer will get the win off the forfeit for the 175.
And a forfeit. Yeah, there you go.
Winner by forfeit.
Hey, a win's a win, right, Herzer? Or Enrico, talking about Herzer. He looks to his family. That's always one thing. Is like your parents drive out here, like, oh, by the way, Mom, I just got my hand raised because of a forfeit. But so with that, 5 matches left, times 6 points, 30. So that'll clinch it for the Hermits. Hermits will take home this win, the opening duel of the season.
Now it's the 190 of the Hermits. Ronnie Krauss and Absegami.
Yeah, Ronnie Krauss coming off of a good football season, great football season for him, one of the defensive linemen for the Hermits. Pulled that upset win at Delbarton, beat Millville. You know what I mean? He was great on that defensive line for him, along with Damari and Costa. So he's looking forward to a successful season here on the mat too. But Ronnie's a good athlete. His brother Connor was one of the best Hermits wrestlers since I've been here. So kind of runs in the family, but Ronnie's already building up a pretty big lead so far.
Yeah. Krauss up 6-2 with 2 takedowns already here. Krauss now going for the legs. Looking for his 3rd takedown, and he will get his 3rd takedown. Krauss here doing a good job. Not like Fuentes up. And Fuentes gets an escape point. And Krauss gets a takedown again. Krauss is going for a slam, and he gets the takedown slam.
Yeah. Big move there from Krauss. Yeah, always guys like, oh, make sure you don't slam him on his head. But great takedown there from Ronnie. He's looking, ooh. If there's 5 seconds more on the clock, he's getting near fall points, if not pinning him. But both athletes look a little tired, but that's the thing is when you're playing defense in this, you're using a lot more energy. So even though Krauss didn't get the pin there, he might not be too far off.
And Krauss gets out of there just like that.
Escape, Krauss.
Escape. Krauss trying to get a takedown here.
I think he's got it.
Fall points.
Yeah, can he go right into the pin?
He has the points wrapped up.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Near fall points going to the tech fall.
Krauss, winner by technical fall, score 19-3.
19-3 across. Gets the tech fall here.
St. Augustine.
Now it's a 2:15. Under Hermits, Joey Brennan, Absegami, Braden Wright.
And 215 pounds for Absegami, Braden Wright. For St. Augustine, Joseph Brennan.
I think this one might be a tough one for Brennan coming in with his first varsity match. You know what I mean? Like I said, you only been wrestling for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you know what I mean? And Wright's when I was talking about how Absegami's got some good wrestlers, Wright is one of them. So it's going to be a tough one here for Joey.
Wright gets a takedown on him.
He's got the near fall going into the pin.
51 seconds. Braden Wright, Absegami.
Absegami with 2 pins for their 12 points. We go into the last, I guess, 4 matches, but maybe 3 matches, but it looks like 106 is going to be a forfeit for the Hermits. So really it's just the last 2. Technically 3 bouts the last 2, but like I said, Shields have a good season. I think this is supposed to be a pretty good matchup too right here. As a freshman, it's new, but they said he did well at the Southern Individual Tournament. Be interesting to see how he does so far today, or how he does today. Shields another football player. I know he plays on the line. I don't know if he's playing offense or defense or both. Maybe he'll take some of Ronnie's snaps next year. This is one of those things. It's good to have I don't say a legitimate heavyweight, because sometimes we need, we've had it plenty of times. We're just like, hey, we don't have a heavyweight. Go get a football player that's willing to run around a little bit, and you're basically in those big matches against your Kingsways, your Del Bartons, your Delseas, whatever it is. You're hoping to just not give up 6. You know what I mean? That's the goal, because it would have been a forfeit anyway. But it's going to be such an advantage. Like I said, Gami's heavyweight's pretty good, so I don't know if it's apply today, but it's such an advantage for Shields to kind of come in as a legitimate wrestler, where you have someone in that heavyweight spot that's not just, hey, I'm here, I'm figuring it out. No, like I said, the Hermits have had some success, like Brady Small, center for Army now, but he did that his senior year, and I think if he did a pretty good job. I think if he had wrestled a couple years, he would have been a district and a region winner, but he came real close to both of them. But yeah, it's like I said, it's exciting to see Shields going to go up against a lot of upperclassmen this year, including today. But the Hermits will expect big things from him.
Yeah, scores tied 0-0 with about 20 seconds left in the first period.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it goes in heavyweight a lot. They always kind of feel each other out. It's a lot of muscle and body, human to just move. So you're not getting the guys flying around. And sometimes I feel like once they go down, they don't get back up. Right up, but it's tough because it's tough for anybody. 285 pounds, on top of you. Even if you're 285 pounds yourself, it's tough to move that up and off you and go around. And yeah, we were talking before the stream today about how it's always funny during the JV match, how it's always funny going from the heavyweights flipping to the 106 with the little guys flying around. But it's it's a completely different style, strategy, almost sport even.
Shields not going to start. The defensive side, he's trying to get the escape. Looks like he gets the reversal here. Yeah, he gets the 2.
Oh, he's trying to cradle him into it. There he goes. There's the back points. Gonna get him flat. Oh, he was close. Refs got 4 back points right there. Ooh, he's got him in it again. Ooh, that's a pin. That's a pin. He's on the.
And he gets the pin. Big things out of that kid this year.
Yeah, like I said, Shields was going to be a good one for him. Hermits now lead 52-12. Should be 52-18 after the Hermits forfeit at 106. So there is the forfeit at 106. So Gami will get 18. We'll go up to 18 points now.
Here's now the last match of the night. Hermits chase Sudano, and for Absegami, Leland, Emerson. As we just said, how the switch up is 285 and 106. As you see in the year of the 113. Yeah, that's just Sudano, I guess, a takedown.
Yeah, like I said, Sudano, another one of those freshmen I think the Hermits are expecting a lot out of this year. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. Is like a lot of these lower weights, it is younger guys because not too many seniors are weighing 106 pounds. Some there are some, but a lot of these small weight classes are some of the younger guys. And so I know Sudano's a freshman. I didn't see anything on Emerson from last year, so I could be wrong, but he might be a freshman too.
2 point near fall, Sudano.
And he's 2 point on your fall. Sudano.
Kind of another near fall. Yeah, he's not even letting him up. He's just kind of rolling him into the near falls. Ooh, almost lets him escape. Looks like a 4-point near fall. And you can see, I guess he wasn't in screen, but you could almost see the ref almost going for the 3-point near fall again, kind of like going, I mean, that used to be the max.
About 30 seconds left here on the first period.
Last 6 seconds, first period. I was going to say 9-0 lead's a pretty good start to a match.
Chase Sudano's going to start in defensive position here.
Second period, Sudano leads 9-0.
Trying to kick out of it. Like he's headed towards the edge of the circle. I don't think he really cares. And it's not like he wants to get out. He's just trying to kick out of that hold.
Almost out of it.
Walk forward, walk out of it. Emerson doing a good job there, holding him in. Ooh. Stalling.
Stalling warning, Emerson.
All right, so that you'll have to excuse my ignorance in wrestling. I've seen it, but I don't understand why that's. I mean, I guess you're saying you have to make a move. You can't just like lay on him like dead weight, kind of.
See, I would blame you, but I don't know either. So
yeah. I don't know. We'll get an explanation. Yeah. We'll be ready to go for the next one. But yeah, it's like one of the, some of these little rules. Since I didn't wrestle when I was younger. I've only watched it since I've been working at St. Augustine. I know that is a stalling, or that can be a stalling, but I couldn't explain to you why.
Sudano almost out of there. Emerson is not going to let him out.
And he's wasted over a minute and 5 seconds of this second period. I mean, nothing's happened so far. I think once you see Sudano get out, I think he's going to get a quick takedown and go back to kind of how it was. But minute 20 into this, he still hasn't gotten out yet.
On the line right now. Emerson has his legs. It's the only thing he got left.
I was going to say, I heard some stalling coming from the crowd, so they do give the point. So he now leads 10-0. Ref's explaining to him why he called stalling. No complaints from the Absegami bench. Yeah, but that's a tricky game. Like, obviously, 10-0 game. It's not the same as what I'm talking about here, but in those close ones, there's 3-2 matches, there's 5-4, etc. Like sometimes where it's like, hey, I get you're getting the stalling, but like almost just let him out. Like if you're gonna give a 1 point out of the way, the worst is when you get hit double. It's like you get the stalling call to give up the point, and then he escapes like 15 seconds later, and it's kind of like, oh man, like
this match should go to the third.
Yeah. Emerson stays on top that whole second period, but does pick up that stalling call, warning, and then the second warning, which got him the point. So 10-0. Sudano was pretty good on top when he had it in the first period. So I wonder if he'll be able to work his way into a tech fall or even a pin here as he starts on top.
It's like chase down. I'm looking for a back points, but only with Emerson. I'll flip back over. About a minute left here in this third period.
Yeah, so the Hermits headed to a comfortable win as it stands right now. It'd be 56-18 if the score doesn't change. Kind of uneventful, but good to see a lot of the like I said, the new faces. It'll be exciting to see when how they're going to progress throughout the year. A couple tough losses for the Hermits, but those guys will bounce back. Getting some near fall points here.
Gets 4 points.
Try and get that tech fall right before the buzzer runs out. Like 10 seconds left.
Looks like that will be it in this match. So Sudano still gets the win for the Hermits. And the Hermits get the win at the beat here. The score of 56-18. And that's those.
Yeah, no final thoughts. I mean, they wrestled well. I'm excited to see them, go through the year. Good first match.
So with that, last time night, I'm Rick Jr. alongside Mr. Tom Bell. Good night. Go Hermits.